Now I'm starting recording now, yeah?
So, okay, yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm really excited to share something personal. It's part of my life. But the story, this is the first time I'm talking about this guy. He's a long story, but we don't have time to talk about. But I will let you know about him through this idea that we talked about, the IELTS for life idea. So, hey, David,
Hi, Fateh.
how are you, man?
Quite well, thank you. And you?
Good, good, good. You know, whenever we talk, so uh, we get the feelings, the ideas, the stuff. I feel it's something real. That are unfiltered without any, like being spontaneous.
Yeah,
Actually,
just
it's
being ourselves.
more powerful than any test or any like scripted thing. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Good. So first, what do you think about this?
I think it's I think it's cool. I think it's the most beautiful and maybe the hardest thing, just to be yourself and go the way it goes without trying to refine it, without trying to filter it. Yeah,
Right. Right.
you have your own inner filter that makes things flow.
100%, 100%. So just to give this conversation a shape, and because we're trying to make something that actually maybe material for people in terms of ideas, right?
All
So
right.
at least like an example of two people that are real, we can just study. Just let's start with this. The first part of the IELTS questions, yeah. They usually very stiff. They tell them it's for you to feel comfortable, but actually, I don't think because from what I know from my students, real students, not ones you see on YouTube,
All right.
they don't feel comfortable.
Okay. So yeah, what are those questions? Let's
Okay,
see.
let's start with one. So, um, so David, tell me, for example, what do you do when your day goes wrong? Right?
What do you do
You see,
when the
now I put you
day?
under the pressure.
Oh, and there is a time, right?
Right. In part one, usually there is no time, but
Okay.
they tell them you have to be spontaneous and you have to give a short answer with a small example. They make it look like it's just there. Take it.
Okay. Can I ask the examiner, like, what do you mean by the day goes wrong? I mean, I broke my ankle, or what? What is that?
Okay, so the examiner will try to sit down like that and tell you, okay, he will try to explain, but he will show you that what you're doing now, asking me questions, is not good. It will affect your score indirectly.
Ah,
Well, you can, but you never know because it's a human. It depends on his mood. It depends on his. You see?
so okay, but it's kind of actually like a one-way
Yes,
road, yeah?
that's how they want it. You answer the question. I ask you the question.
You're the boss, yeah,
Ah,
and
yes,
I'm
I'm.
I said I must submit. Okay. So then
Okay.
so then it means that I should define what means wrong, right? For me, the
Yes,
day.
yes, you should. But, so let's do it like this. That's what
Okay.
we're trying to do. So forget about the test. Forget about that. Imagine a situation where you had planned something that something happened that changed everything, and you had to adapt.
Okay. Okay. What I do if things change? Well, I think I just continue doing what I planned. I mean, if it goes wrong, okay, fine. It Nothing could be perfect. Okay. If I don't know, I just go with the flow, because if something wrong, probably I wasn't really ready for that. But I mean, if I'm still in one piece, it's manageable. You know,
Right.
I mean, okay, if my day suddenly goes wrong, I still have my own things that will help me to stick to the positive side of the day. Yeah, I can listen to music. Yeah, or I can call you.
Right.
Or I can read something, watch something, yeah, yeah, and still just do what I will just still continue to get my day done, to get my day's work done. That's it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I feel the same way. We always plan things, but I think we learn more when things go wrong and we try to
Oh
adapt.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That shows you what the weak parts of the
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, this is really good, man. You see, we learn it. We just I just learned something now. Even if it's something maybe we all know. Yeah, we need people tell us we need to adapt. But if
Yeah.
you actually went through it, you don't need people to tell you that. You actually see the real result because you went through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You just need to see it.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good, man. Okay, so now I want to ask like questions that are practical that help all of us.
Okay.
And I believe that it's usually students they have like they are the way they are now because of stuff that happened in the past, right? Not necessarily bad things, but positive and
Okay. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that's why I believe teachers, the first teacher you have in your life is really important.
First experience, like
Right.
anything else. Yes.
Right. So I'm really interested to know your take on this. So, in your opinion, now that you are a teacher and you've been taught by many teachers, right? And also you've traveled, so that gives your outlook on life like more concrete, more universal, right?
Okay.
So, my question is, in your opinion, what makes a good teacher? Is it, for example, the qualifications? He's got a degree on that, degree in this, he went to that, he did that.
Okay.
Or it's more about uh, life skills. It's more
Okay.
about being a student and understanding how students think and trying to
Okay.
be a friend with them instead of just telling them what to do. And what do you think on that?
Yeah. Okay. So partially you answered the question.
Right,
Yeah, because when you ask me what makes a good teacher, is it about degrees, yeah, or is it about the way to connect to the students? Basically, what you said. Yeah,
right,
you answered my question. Yeah, I would say yeah. Of course, it's the second one because you can have all possible degrees, but so what? I mean, it's a formal part. I
right.
think I think what makes a good teacher maybe passion. I mean, like everything else. What makes a good driver? A passion to drive,
Right.
or a good baker, right? A passion to bake,
It
and that
starts with passion, you mean, right?
yeah, you must like it. I think you must like interacting with people. Yeah, and and I think maybe you want help them to be themselves, not preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you try to change them, like, hey, I've got a form for you, get into the form and you'll be good.
Right. Right.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's about like, hey, where you yeah, I think this is it. So to me, what makes a good teacher is like when he looks at the student and he asks, doesn't matter that he really asks the student, sometimes they cannot answer, but he sees what the student wants to be
Right.
and he helps him or her to get to the place where they want to be.
Right.
How they do it, that's really personal stuff. It can be anything. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Everyone finds their ways how to do that if it's working.
Yeah.
So to sum up, I think passion and curiosity about another person, empathy,
Um,
empathy in a way to feel that
right.
person. I mean, feel in a way what makes them them, maybe something like that. Yeah.
Right. this is really interesting, man, because this is exactly what I do with my students, or this is me. This is how I actually operate on a daily basis. I try to find passion in things I do, and teaching is one of them. When I teach, I'm the happiest. I don't feel it's like a classroom for me.
See, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, man, it's I feel, well, the thing is, like you mentioned, really good. I'm always curious about my students. Sometimes I experiment with them. What I do, I don't plan a lesson. I
Mm,
go with them, especially now, because now I teach on my own and I trust myself to do a good job.
okay.
And the students, my students, their feedback is more important for me than any school of course books. They say my way works.
Okay.
I'm doing it for them. So
Not the manager's feedback. You don't have a
I don't.
manager's eye peeping on
Yes,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. So to continue what I'm trying to say here, so the example I'm telling you about the students. So I start with them. I just ask them questions. Just start. Hello. If it's like a level, like I don't know, this 10-year-old, for example. So here I'm talking about all types of students, not just IELTS students, right? So if it's a kid, I just write some questions to make her or him comfortable. Then based on their answers, I ask follow-up questions or
Oh
build
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Go
Follow-up
from
question.
there.
Yeah.
I don't just tell them, okay, you were around B2 level. So you need this book and that book, that.
Yeah.
No, I don't, that's not how I do it. I talk to them, and based on their speaking skills, based on their IDs, based on the way they articulate what they want to say, based on their thought process, all this helped me to start with them. So I need to know as much as I can about the student so I can help them the best way I can.
So you gather information. You're
Yes.
creating a a picture, an image, yeah, of who you're talking to.
Yeah,
Okay.
but to be honest, you can do this if you have time, if you're not, for example, you don't have to answer to anyone. No, there's no like management. There's not a language center, for example, where they have to think about sales and think about like renewal rate and those things. So it's
Yeah.
on your own. That's why that's why now I can't work for anyone else.
I can
All
see it.
goes back to the same idea we talked about.
Yeah.
It's now I feel I can help and it worked, so I'm not going to work for anyone else. I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah.
everybody should work for themselves, or I'm not trying to advertise this idea that you should not study or school or that. I'm just saying everyone has his own like his or her own way of doing things.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to listen to
Go
others.
your way.
Right, right, right,
Find
right.
your way.
Yeah. Cool, cool, man. Good. Okay. Now let's move to part three.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give you an example of part three. Yeah, part two is I'm not sure because
So we've done part two, right?
no, we did part one.
We
No,
did part one.
part two is like a cue card, and I'm thinking we don't have to do. You want to do it? Like you
Yeah,
have to
let's do it.
take
You
a
know,
minute.
yeah,
Okay,
just yeah.
okay, okay. So
Let's go through.
okay, let me send you an example of part two, a cue card. Then you can. Take it from there. Take 1 minute if just to follow the format.
Okay, you sending here on Zello or
There
not on
here,
Zoom?
I will send you on the Zoom in the
Zoom.
chat.
Yeah, Zoom chat. Yeah, that'll be
Chat.
good.
So it's everything clear for you. Okay, 1 second. Let me get the small version. Okay. Okay. I chose this because I think it's really practical and it's okay. Please check the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it. You find the instructions that they usually have everything.
Okay. Long term, 1 minute preparation, 2 minutes speaking. Discuss something new you learned recently. You should say what it was, how you learned it, why you decided to learn it, and explain how you felt after learning it. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Usually they take 1 minute, they give them a cue card and a pencil, they take some notes. But the one thing they tell them not to do is to not look at the paper when you speak or the notes, but
Okay.
glance at them, but keep eye contact with the examiner. These are some
Okay.
things that they should do. And I believe this is good for them, like not the taking notes and being under pressure thing. Take notes, it's okay. But just try to focus on the IDs.
Okay.
Forget about the grammar, that stuff, right?
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to take some time, take some notes?
Yeah, already taken.
Okay, cool.
I'm ready.
Good. Okay.
So the examiner asks me, or I just look at the card and I
That's
go.
the thing. The examiner will in the real test will just listen until you finish. When the 2 minutes stops, he will tell you, okay, time is up. That's it.
Okay.
Then after you finish, he might or she might ask you some follow-up questions.
It's not really like a real, yeah. It's really a test.
It's not real life situation. I told you.
It might feel really pressure. Like, so I just need talking, and he just.
Yes.
Okay. What it was, I learned how to write with my left hand. So I taught myself writing with left hand. Now I'm ambidexter. I can use both hands when I write. How you learned it? Well, I just took a pen and started doing it and practice. Writing, drawing, anything.
Right.
Okay, 2 minutes I have to speak about this, right? So I need to stretch it.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to stretch it. And the thing is, they tell them that you have to link the question or the prompts that you have in a way that does not sound like bullet points, like 1, 2, 3, 4, in a way like coherent and starting with, for example, like instead of answering the questions directly, you might start recently, I've picked up so many things, but the one thing I think I learned really well recently is that then you can start.
Okay, so let's do it again. Let's check the time. Okay, 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
One day I realized that my left hand knows nothing. So only my right hand is educated, while left hand is absolutely uneducated. Something that I need to take care of it, and I felt kind of sorry for my left hand, and I decided to teach it.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, the skill I learned is left hand writing. So, and I understood the only way to learn anything is to do that. You can learn reading about writing with your left hand. Yeah, okay, you can learn the technique, how your muscles work and whatever, how to hold a pen, but without practicing it, it's useless. Yeah, so I just grabbed a pen and start to write. And I've been doing that for a year, and it took me about a year to feel now more or less comfortable, because all this year it was hard.
Right.
But now it's fine. Now I feel I still kind of hard, but now I can now write long texts. Just my left hand. I decided it because I just, as I said, I realized that my left hand has no skills. Right can do anything, and left can't. So I decided to do that. Also, I think it's a good way to some self-exploration, because they say left hand connected to the right brain hemisphere, some subconscious stuff or unconscious stuff, and maybe it can help to put something out.
Right.
And so since I learned that, I feel really good. I feel proud of myself that I could stick to that for a year.
Right.
And I came to the level when it feels now easy and feels normal and feels natural. Before that, it wasn't like that, and now I think, hey, writing with your left hand or both hands, it's easy. There is nothing difficult. But I remember when I started, it was super hard.
Right.
The end.
That's really this is real conversation. This is what I want. This is what everybody wants. No more fake conversations. This is how the actual people talk. They think, sometimes they say something, then they don't want it, so they want to change it. So, but they adapt in the conversation. This is what real conversations make. So even native speakers, I talked to many, right? And you did the same. And they make mistakes. But yeah, that's okay. That's normal. That's part of fluency, making mistakes and acting on them in real time. That's what we did.
You can speak for 2 minutes just straight, you are not reading a text.
If you can do that, if you can speak non-stop, you're a robot. You're a
robot. Yeah. You're AI. Yeah, absolutely.
That's that. No, that was a really interesting thing. And I have to ask you some follow-up questions because
absolutely.
something that I believe really important. So can you just, because I want us to take something from this. For if you ask me, I will never think how to use like my left hand to do anything. I only use it to hold my phone sometime, or
in something else,
and do other things as well. Yeah. Other than that, I don't use it. Right. So it's really interesting for me that you but how did you, what was the reason you thought that I should use it? You had something for it planned, or you just want to be more productive, like functional?
Just for fun.
Wow. So it started for fun, and now it's a normal thing you do.
Yeah, I think that the only thing now that matters for me is development, self-development, skills. I'm not interested in developing things outside of me.
Right.
So outside of me, it can be, I don't know, maybe earn some money or do some projects, but the main thing is developing myself. And actually, I remember that long time ago when I was a teenager, I think I stumbled upon a book about the left hand, that developing the left hand, you kind of develop your brain. And I think that time I did first attempts. I didn't learn how to write, but I learned how to do other things with my left hand. So I could hammer things, because we had a house in the countryside, so how to do some stuff. So I use a screwdriver with my left hand, then hammering. I just wanted to be, like in a game, in a role play game, you have a character, then you have different skills. Sometimes it can be, you can develop them balanced, or you can go just one way and other stuff not developed. So I think that my character should be all round balanced, developed. Yeah.
Wow, this is really a good take on a good way to describe it. Leveling up every time, focusing on yourself, not on anything outside of yourself. It's really
just for myself. Yeah.
Yes, this is it. Because I believe if you focus on yourself first, put yourself first, then you can help other people.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Not the other way around. You start with yourself, then move to other people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you one question, part 3. Like this, you have a clear idea. Yeah.
Okay.
After that, when we do the real video, it's going to be really good. So in part 3, usually you have to answer the question, say why, and give example. And I believe this is the only real thing in the test, because it's actually what people do in real life.
Okay.
They ask, it's a give and take conversation, not just you speaking. I will ask you, you can give me what you think, a relevant example if you can. Then I will try to give you my take on it, and we take it from there.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So first question. We talked a lot about teachers, about learning, self-development and stuff, which is really good. So in your opinion, David, can you tell me based on your experience, and we don't want a generic answer. I want what you actually think about this, because this is really important. Yeah.
Well, you can't get it. You can't get a generic answer from me.
Right. I know.
I
I know. Cool. So, in your opinion, uh, do you think it's easier for young or old people to learn new things? And what?
Well, if we speak in general, yeah, about people, of course, for the young one, because their brain is still develop. I mean, it's just from scientific part of view.
Right.
Yeah. So we have neurons, yeah, and neurons pass, and they develop every day. Now we're talking, they are developing, but
Right.
they go the way that was set kind of before, as you were young,
Right.
right? So, and for the young, it's easier to kind of spread, okay, and take new things. While when the individual getting older and older, he tends to take one way and goes
Right.
deeper. If it's sometimes really wrong way,
Right. Right.
and so they go so deep, and
Right.
it's really difficult to get out. So, but it's not a thing.
Mhm.
So, I think, yeah, of course, for the young, because the brain's still new, yeah. However, it's not something that is that concrete. If an individual practices learning and developing throughout the life, then it doesn't matter. Maybe it's even for that individual when he's getting older, maybe even easier for the younger one, because he can do it consciously now. You know, he can actually plan and actually execute a plan how to learn, what to learn. So answer your question. In general, for younger people, I think it's easier. While for individual that committed to learning, I think older is easier, because he's got already experience and he knows how
Right.
to learn new things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Did I answer your question?
No, that was the best answer possible. That was really good because it's real. Yeah. As long as it's real, it's correct for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what matters for me. So you talked about read things about now I just want an example from you. So now, is there anything you're doing now, like you're learning, that you would have never done and when you were younger, or you could have never done when you were younger, but now you are doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, for example, I decided to commit to fiction, to literature, and the complicated one, like the hard one. Yeah, that you need to not read for pleasure,
Right.
but you gotta study that. For example, one of this I told you. Remember, I told you about Joyce, Ulysses.
Right.
It was, I think, 3 years ago, maybe four. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
I came to the teacher's room. I told you, hey, I started reading this book, and like, James Joyce, is it like Dubliners? The Royal
Yeah.
Dubliners? I said, I'm not sure, but I think yes. So Dubliners was his first book, one of the first.
Yes, yeah.
And from Dubliners and Portrait of the Young Artist grew another book. It's called Ulysses. And so I've been reading for a year, and I just finished a quarter of the book.
Not just
Yes,
read them for pleasure.
but no, it's not for pleasure. But the thing is, it is so thick and dense with with meanings. Yeah, so every line, it's a very deep book. A lot of allusions, references, and
Okay.
you if you want, you can read and just get the exterior, where the character went, what the character did, but then you don't understand why he went there and why he did that. So you need to go deeper. And I think 10 years ago, 20 years, I won't be able to do that. Absolutely no. No way. I wouldn't get it. I would not see it. But now I can. But it took me time because I had to reread. So I reread the first chapters maybe 5 times.
Right.
I read them and also listened, and also I used some outside analysis, from other people, because sometimes I just couldn't get it.
Of course, that's the thing. What you're doing now, that you do literary criticism. You think you try to get what you think is the right explanation for that. Then you realize that there are other people that might have other explanations. So you go see what other think. So you can have a different an explanation for it, or that can
Yeah,
help at least have a new perspective.
yeah. Because some people, they might see what I couldn't see. In the
Yeah.
other way around, I see something that others don't see.
That's really, you see what you're doing now with the novel or with the book. People do that at university level. They have a module just for this called literary criticism, where any novel they read it first, the first reading, then they have to go read what the critics, like people who have expertise and stuff in that domain, what they wrote about
Yeah,
the book. Can like that, it can help you. It's a good way to help you not to stay humble and
yeah,
stay like always in critical thinking mode because you've read what other people said about this piece, for example. Then you know where are the gaps where you can think, where you can
yeah,
actually do something, or not just when I say do something, not like prove them wrong or something, but just
yeah.
see, because the human potential is endless.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if you believe in yourself, if you believe you are here and you have the right to think and question, and it's okay. Yeah, you it's really helpful, man.
So, and um okay, yeah, when university, you read these things and you read other critics, but the thing is, what's missing? There is a one missing part. You have no experience. When you're a student, you have no life experience yet.
No life
Yeah,
is.
so you can analyze the book by the structure, the form, the language, yeah, allusions, references, and with other things, but you still might not fully connect it to your life, or you might just not see some things because you have not experienced them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in the book, but you can't see because you have no eyes for that. But
Yeah, also
once,
at that point that like you preoccupied with score, with tests, with university, with that. So you're just trying to get what you need to get the score you need.
what they need from you, yeah.
Uh, so if you notice, it's not about you at that time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
about them.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
yeah, right, right.
making them see you first, see
Yeah,
you
yeah,
that,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
not about it.
if imagine if people did that from the beginning with this mindset, I think that could have changed many things.
Yeah, but then you need the teachers who had this mindset.
That's true. That's true.
Because this is the thing, yeah. So the teacher is not kind of about teaching; is about elevating the student to your level.
Right, right, right.
If a teacher was also that student who just stayed longer in the university and just did more the paper stuff, yeah. So he
Right.
kind of developed the outside. It can be really developed. I can't argue with that, right? He can know most of books, different structures, styles, and so on.
Yeah,
But uh, his interior didn't develop, yeah.
that's true.
Then he can't give it to students.
And that's the main, I think, the main issue today too.
Oh
With
yeah,
all of us,
oh yeah.
we got
Parents.
let's say how I use it, institutionalized learning. That I would call it like that. I mean, what I mean by that is like they don't give us the freedom to learn the way we see fit, that fits
Mm-hmm.
our, for example, our structure, our mental structure, our emotional structure at the time, and there's something ready, and it's like clothes. Wear it. If it's not
Yeah.
your size, it's your problem.
But because it's not their goal. Their goal is not to make you a free thinker, independent person. It's not their goal. The goal is institution to make you fit the cell to
Right.
make you fit the society so that you'll be a useful cog. That's the they this is their goal. Yeah,
Good. So in practical terms now, what do you think? How can we take some practical steps to take autonomy over our lives, especially learning? What do you think? As the first step for someone who listened to us and who thought this was really a good conversation, it was real, it's about things we care about, things that will help us, but also they want to go out of this conversation with something. We're not teaching them or preaching on them, but we're just sharing what are the findings that we and you found. For example, for me, I'm confident enough to test my ideas with anyone, just talk to anyone. And I'm not saying I'm going to prove them wrong or all the time, but I'm okay with people proving me wrong as well. And I will use that to reflect and learn and continue, right? So what about you, for example? What are some practical steps that we could use
from the
from this
conversation we had?
conversation? Yes.
The takeaways, right? What are
Yes.
the takeaways? Well, you know, it's like with that book. Yeah, so
Right.
everyone can take what they can see. Yeah, what could be relevant to their life. If someone listens to us and if they find something resonates for them, they can take it. But it can be something that you cannot even expect. You
That's
see?
yeah.
Something
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
even didn't mean. Yeah, but they saw it and they heard it. So I don't really know, man. I mean, the only thing I can say, maybe something general. Just go your way.
Just go, right?
Go
Just
your way.
start, do something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Find your way.
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
things
And it's
you
yeah,
like
yeah,
doing.
right.
Uh, yeah, you and I think the proofs you said, like you can discuss ideas. I think the only proofs of your ideas is your life. Yeah, because
Right,
if you got brilliant ideas, but you don't live a happy life. I'm not
right,
speaking about life with money, possessions,
right,
things, because it's
right,
for me, to me it's irrelevant.
right.
So if you live the life you like, and if you manifest your ideas in your life, then means your ideas, they work.
Yeah, yeah. That's the that's really
So
cool, man.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I think let people take what they can,
yeah, yeah.
and I just let them do what they think is right for them.
Right. Good. Okay, that's it. So so David, yeah, that's an example. Now, if you want, I can share with you the video, send you the video,
Yeah, that'll be nice
so
to
you
see.
can analyze and see how we can take it from there.